Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed is the latest action-adventure beat-em-up for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita. Today we'll be taking a look at the PlayStation Vita version, which is fairly interesting. If you don't really know what Akiba's Trip is, basically get rid of Akiba's and put Akiba Strip. That's pretty much the premise of the game. What do I mean by that? Well, the goal is to, fight through waves of enemies by stripping them naked. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's a little really Japanese, but let me just explain this for a second. So in the story, we play as a otaku protagonist who works for a shady pharmaceutical company, who decides to give him an experimental drug that will turn him pretty much into a vampire. That his goal is to drain everybody of their life energy and make them mindless zombies. Now, of course, this serum eventually is going to make him go absolutely crazy. However, a girl comes and saves the day, and as well as saving the protagonist to where he doesn't become a mindless vampire out to suck everybody's life energy. From here on, we see our two protagonists go out and try to save Akiba while trying to take down the mindless vampires that are already in the city. We do this by actually, killing them. But in order to kill them, we have to strip their clothes. Now, like I said before, I know it sounds like a really weird concept, but it actually works. Apparently, clothes are actually what keeping the vampires protected from sunlight, so you need to strip them down pretty much to their tighty-whities in order to get them to be actually defeated and killed by the sun's light. It's a fairly strange concept, I know, but it actually works fairly well, and it mixes in with the combat system that makes it a very, very unique experience. When you're actually in combat mode, you're mainly using three buttons: X, triangle, and circle. Each button corresponds to a different section of the body, and you have to basically punch and kick your way before you can actually do a full strip move. Now, you can also perform a strip combo where you strip off multiple objects of clothing on multiple people at a time if you can get a high enough percentage. You can do this by making the clothes glowing and then all of a sudden just grab everybody's clothes all at once. It's fairly strange, but it's also strangely hypnotic. The combat system flows very well and is really, really fun, although it can be extremely difficult later on depending on what difficulty setting that you chose to play on. You can also pick up different items that you can buy in actual shops that can either help you or even hamper you depending on the situation. You can go to different shops all around Akiba since it's an open-world game. Sadly, this doesn't really transfer well to the PlayStation Vita, as there's quite a few loading screens, and then you'll be able to play for a tiny bit, and then you'll be able to then go to another fantastic loading screen. But there are ways to get around this issue by fast traveling to different locations. It helps, but it kind of breaks the experience as the open world areas of Akiba and being able to visit actual stores is really, really cool. The game also suffers from some pretty bad frame rate drops, but I'm sure if you're playing this on the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4, you probably won't experience this as much. But overall, the experience is pretty good. I'm going to admit, I was pretty hesitant on trying Akiba's Trip when I first tried it. It seemed like a crazy idea to have a combat system entirely made on the concept of stripping people naked. Though it's still a strange concept, the game itself is really fun. If you're actually up for trying a weird beat-em-up open-world adventure game, then I could probably recommend this game if you can get over some of the technical issues aside on the PlayStation Vita. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or any review requests, be sure to send us a private message, comment in the video, or send an email to BitShiftTV@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.